Hello, and welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Shoky. And today in the kitchen, we of course have a box. And it is obviously from the good old BBTS. And now I know that we do have some newer members who don't seem to understand why I do this accent. It's because I find it funny. And because I was doing a parody of cooking shows. So that's why it's called In the Kitchen with Shoky, and that's why. So one thing is, of course, if you guys haven't heard, I have started up the Patreon again, and main thing is out-the-box reaction / reviews, if you want to call them that, podcast, uncensored podcast, and request streams from the reaction channel. So all that kind of stuff is going to be on there. Plus, in the case of whenever I start building stuff like dioramas or cosplay items or stuff like that, any projects I'm going to be working on, all the build info, all the things, all the videos and stuff like that that will be recording, showing off what I'm doing, will be there. But here on the main Shoky channel will mostly be like this, out, in the kitchen video, and then the final projects when they're done, but the progress of said things will be Patreon exclusives. If you'd like to sign up for the Patreon, you can do so in the description down below. Help support the channel because, frankly, YouTube money sucks, and this way we can build a tighter knit community around the stuff I'd rather do. So, either way, box! It's box time! I really need another one of these, but, it is what it is. While this box is pretty sizable, it's not the box I technically want, because I'm still waiting on two pre-orders of major expensive things to come in. And I got a notification, I believe yesterday, that several other items of transforming types are arriving soon. But actually, it's pretty good that I got this when I did, because I need more Patreon fodder. There we go. Okay. And of course, you get the sticker. They do like a thing where you take a picture with the things you got with the sticker. I don't know, free stuff. I don't know where that went. I think it's under the stove. Either way. Sometimes things go sillier than I expect. Okay, so first up, this tape keeps sticking to my shirt. Also warm in here with the AC turned off. Either way, so first up we have another Power Rangers / if I'm over here, I'm out of the light. Gotta come back here. Power Rangers / Street Fighter crossover figure, and it's the last one that I'm interested in, and it is their Morphed Ken Soaring Falcon Ranger. So they have a weird thing where in, I guess, the mobile card game, I don't know exactly how it works, where you've got all these crossover figures. The Ryu came from the actual mini movie. The Chun-Li came from the game. This comes from the game. There's a Cammy in the game. Cammy looks terrible. It's a terrible color scheme. Not interested. This one's at least a kind of redone Red Ranger, like shielded Red Ranger. It's actually kind of cool, but the weird part is he has a soul patch on the helmet, which is interesting to say the least. But it's a pretty cool figure. And I just wanted it to go with my set as it goes. I feel like I need to get like a regular Ryu and Chun-Li, and I guess now a Ken. But other than like really expensive Figuarts, I don't know where to get those. And I know they have those 2-pack things with Ninja Turtles. Maybe, if I can find them. Okay, so next up, this one is kind of a throwback. I'm going to go ahead and remove the plastic wrap from this because I want to open it, otherwise it'll be very reflective and hard to see. And this one is from Beast Kingdom's D stage, and it's their little Wally statue. It's gonna be hard to see from that distance, but it's there. And it's Wally kind of sitting back on a trash heap with his lunch kit and the little boot with the plant in it. And you guys should know I love Wally. He's basically been my desk mascot for the duration of my channel. He hasn't made an appearance in quite some time, really, but he's always there on the desk. And the irony being, this Wally is only a hair bigger than that one. But it's a little statue. It's pretty cool. Over here in the living room, right behind the camera, we have our so-called library. But that's where, like, my weird things that don't go with other stuff, it's just kind of random, will go. And this Wally will go in here on display. My Lego Wally's actually over there on the end table, too. So I do have multiple Wallys. My Funko Pop Wally is still in storage, though. I should probably bring him out just because he's cute. So, but not just Wally, because I missed the pre-order for just Wally. We also have Eva. It's actually Eve and Mo. So, that's pretty cool. I don't think they're posable in any way. It does look like maybe the head can move a little. Looks like it's on a ball joint. It could be wrong. But might be able to. Might be able to turn the head just a little bit. But once again, on the pile of garbage. It looks like it's probably set on Earth after they return, not before. But if you're going to have Wally, you got to have Eve, right? You know. But realistically, because the 2-pack of them was available, but Wally by himself was not, I said, screw it. Why not? They're not expensive. You know, or at least relatively inexpensive, and one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time, plus one of my favorite robots of all time, might as well. So, cute couple, as it goes, and you can kind of put them next to each other. I would love to have a Wally and Eve actual proper statue together with them holding hands. I mean, even if it was like whenever it's her trying to fix him with the solar panel and stuff like that, you know, that'd be, or actually no, I said it the other way. He was trying, when she went into stasis mode, but then there's the other part of it. Like, it's kind of funny how it's a great movie. I'm just gonna love it all over again. Now I need to go watch Wally. So, either way. And by the way, I say either way quite a lot when I mean to segue to a new thing. So I actually edited out a bunch of either ways from the last one, which is weird. Either way, so this one, it's a little box. We always gotta have boxes within boxes. That's how we do with that blade was out. And, well, this one has been a long time coming, and I mean that in a sincere way, because this particular little statue actually goes with one of the very first statues I ever got in this particular franchise. But it came out 3 years too late, which is weird. I love when they come in the box and I can just do that. So this one, there's always a plop. Wrapping paper. Now this one is what's her name? Suyuri. Kanao Suyuri. So she is the younger of the butterfly girls from Demon Slayer. She is the one that doesn't talk. And this particular scene is from earlier in the series. I believe it's post episode 19, I believe. If it's episode 19, that is the one that they fight the spider demon, and then everybody comes in, and she is actually chasing, Nezuko. So the Nezuko that I got a long time ago, who's got a like blue swooshy thing under her legs, this is the statue that is meant to go with that, because she's the one who does the blue swooshy. So that's cool. You know, now I have one, but now I don't know what to do with the Tanjiro, because the Tanjiro I have Either it's going to be by himself, or there's another figure for that one that hasn't come out yet either. So if this was meant to go with that Nezuko, why did it take so long, and is this technically a re-release? I'll have to look at the year and find out, because it would be interesting to find out that this is from 2021 or 2020, not 2023 or 2022. Not sure. It doesn't have the year. And I just totally got that one off there. Because of course, whenever it comes here, they gotta slap the Bluefin / Bandai logo, American Bandai logo on it. Gotta be careful where I set stuff. There's wifey stuff here. Now, also the last thing in the box is Demon Slayer related, but more close to the current series that came out. And this is a two character statue. And this is from the last arc in the anime. Look at that. That's a great still shot there for a picture. That'd be cool. And this is Daki and Gyutaro. And the fact that they come together is pretty cool. And there's definitely the cool blood effect from him. And then she has the ribbons going around. Very interesting set of characters that went together. Their story, much like all of the demons in Demon Slayer, is really sad and tragic. But the way that it came together, and I think I will put this with the Tengen Uzuri that I got before, because that's the same arc, and it seems like they would go together. Though the interesting bit is, sometimes they don't show the like the interactions of the characters, as it were. But I love this here, where it's actually got the Chinese lanterns, like the ball style lanterns. If I can find small versions of those, it would actually be really cool to like hang in the display, because the entertainment district arc is fantastic. Like, I know a lot of people have issues with Demon Slayer because it gets a little too silly sometimes, but the way I look at it, I haven't really talked too much about this outside of the podcast, which, by the way, go subscribe to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, by all means, where we talk about fun, nerdy stuff, and you'll hear more of my thoughts on figures and Transformers and stuff like that, because I'm not reviewing stuff anymore. What was I saying? Oh, the silliness about Demon Slayer is that they're kids. They're essentially kids. Now, mind you, the adults can occasionally be ridiculous. But in like a quirky way. But and because the adult characters are generally taking care of the younger characters who have now been thrust into a horrible, horrible situation due to numbers, basically, and situations. It's gonna get silly when you thrust young like teenagers, basically, who have to become superpowered demon police to just save the fucking world. And occasionally the more childish stuff is going to come out when they are not being serious, and that's what happens. And personally, I like while I love the serious fighting and everything else like that, the breaks of silliness are fantastic, and all of that is like super embodied in Inosuke's character. Either way, watch Demon Slayer if you're not. It's a fantastic anime, and I can't wait for the next season to come out, and to learn more about, well, the main chunk of the story that they haven't really gotten to yet. So the whole, what is it, Kamado clan? Yeah. So either way. But guys, that's going to be it for this In the Kitchen video. Of course, when my next big shipment comes in, we'll take a look at that, the unboxings. And like I said before, if you want to see my actual initial reaction to opening all these things and looking at them in detail and stuff like that, sort of like a review, but it's not a review. I don't do that anymore. I don't do reviews. No, I just talk about stuff while looking at it. It's not a review. How dare you? Either way, you can sign up for the Patreon at a minimum $5 a month for each section, or there are combos if you want to do that. But if you're interested in all the fun nerdy stuff, whether that's the action figures, the statues, the Transformers, model kits, anything like that I'm still doing, I didn't give up on building stuff, just Gundam stuff. Oh, and also, I'll probably be doing comic book reviews. I know I said I wasn't going to do reviews. I'll be talking about comic books in a sit-down fashion on the Patreon. Not reviewing things. Either way, Patreon, please sign up. Help me make this be something that I can build on. That went all the way to the floor. But either way, so I will see you guys next time. Like, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. But subscribe specifically to the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. Because we talk about things and it's fun. I like it. So either way. And you can hear my friends talk a lot of crap. That's what we do. We just talk a lot of crap to each other about nerdy stuff. Ant-Man review will be there. Well, we're gonna have a 3 or 4 way Ant-Man review. Teasers. Anyways, until then, remember as always, get out of my kitchen. Seriously, I gotta pick. Yeah, come on over here. That guy. So one other thing, just teasers, because you guys can't see this when it comes out on the podcast. Something else I just got in is the hardcover version of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Year 2. So this picks up pre-Shattered Grid, and I think it leads up to Shattered Grid, if I remember correctly. I think it. Yeah, and this has like weird the forever, basically forever black, which is interesting. But yeah, I believe like this has even a new unreleased comic in it as well, aside from just the main storyline stuff, which is cool. I digs this. Got some really weird stuff in here too. But I believe this leads up to the most important arc ever, where Bulk and Skull become Power Rangers for a short amount of time. If you want to see a review on this book, sign up for the Patreon. I'm gonna keep plugging it. Patreon.